Today in the battle arena, well, we've got the two most powerful heroines in the MCU going head to head. Scarlet Witch is taking on Captain Marvel. So who's coming on top here? Well, let's find out. Wanda Maximoff is a native of Sokovia, who with her twin brother Pietro acquired superpowers when she volunteered to undergo experiments that exposed her to the power of Loki's scepter, the Mind Stone. The twins joined forces with Ultron to extract vengeance against Tony Stark for creating the weapons that killed their parents, utilizing Wanda's powers of telekinesis and mental manipulation to dismantle and create chaos among the Avengers. However, upon discovering Ultron's true intentions, Wanda and Pietro switched sides to the Avengers, fought against Ultron during the Battle of Sokovia, and Wanda would go on to become a key member of the team as the Scarlet Witch. Wanda's main power revolves around manipulating and unleashing sonic powers that she gained through exposure to the cosmic forces of an Infinity Stone. She has the ability of telekinesis, using it to throw dozens of cars at Iron Man, break through Ultron's vibranium chest, push back a Leviathan, throw back an oncoming wave of giant threshers, and even block a downward strike from Thanos and proceed to restrain the Titan and lift him up into the air. And it's not just sheer raw power, but Wanda also has great technical control and skill over her telekinesis. She's constantly used it to fly. She can tag opponents out of the air, and even used it to mend Vision's vibranium body. Scarlet Witch also has the ability of telepathy, reading both Iron Man and Vision's inner thoughts, and she also has the ability to mentally manipulate a person, commanding a large number of Sokovians to flee the city, and even taking down every single Avenger, except Hawkeye and Iron Man, by messing with their heads. Finally, Scarlet Witch is just able to conjure up the psionic energy in a physical form, and manipulate it however she wants. She's used this tactic to dismantle Ultron bots, kill Outriders and other members of Thanos' army, and even destroy the Mind Stone while simultaneously holding back Thanos, who had 5 Infinity Stones on his side. So that's what we got in one corner. Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. But entering the ring in the other corner, well, it's Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers, also known as Captain Marvel, is a former United States Air Force pilot who, upon being exposed to the energy of the Tesseract via the destruction of the light speed engine, obtained cosmic powers. Danvers' powers are the result of having absorbed the energy of the Space Stone, gaining almost unlimited cosmic powers in the process, as well as essentially being a human-Kree hybrid, being subjected to a Kree blood transfusion. Because of her hybrid nature, Carol is strong enough to bend metal, send people flying backwards, is durable enough to take attacks from Skrulls, and she's even able to keep up with a speeding train. However, after gaining full control over her cosmic powers, she's able to tap into her binary mode, which vastly increases her physical abilities. In order to gain this ability, she must first produce a massive amount of cosmic energy to envelop herself in, becoming essentially invulnerable and incalculably strong. She's able to push back, overpower a gigantic Kree ballistic missile, destroy both the Kree warship and Thanos' warship by flying straight through it, and even physically overpower Thanos. Captain Marvel is also durable enough to take a bombardment of energy shots from the Sanctuary too, Thanos' warship, and even took a headbutt from Thanos and was completely unfazed. Carol's also able to easily fly around and dodge projectiles, fly all around Titan under a minute, and even reach light speed helping Talos locate a new planet. Danvers can directly siphon her cosmic energy into dense, powerful photon blast, which she's able to use to send Kree warriors flying backwards, destroy spaceships, and even used them against Thanos. Captain Marvel is also an expert fighter, being able to defeat 24 armed Skrulls while in handcuffs, dominate Commander Talos, and even fight against Thanos while in binary mode. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Nowadays we got two of the most powerful heroines in the MCU. Two heroines empowered by two different Infinity Stones going head to head. Scarlet Witch is going up against Captain Marvel. So who's coming out on top here? Let's find out. And first things first, I want to take a closer look at Captain Marvel. Just see what this girl is truly capable of. Well, just starting out, she's been able to destroy fighter ships by either flying through them just by landing one punch. She stopped, overpowered an absolutely massive ballistic warhead, sent it flying backwards. She destroyed both the Kree warship and Thanos' warship. Finally, she's able to keep Thanos from using the Infinity Gauntlet and actually overpowered Thanos' hand. Now, all of these are insanely impressive. Carol did them essentially with ease, never really showed signs of struggling. And all of this clearly makes her one of the strongest heroes in the MCU. So then, what about durability? Well, with Captain Marvel, she's fallen from outer space when she was still depowered. Landing on top of a building, yet wasn't damaged. The heat of re-entry is nothing for Carol. She's taken blasts from the Kree fighter ships with no problem, managed to fly through a massive Kree warship, while at the same time withstanding the explosions caused by its destruction. She's taken a multitude of blasts from Sanctuary 2 cannons that easily destroyed Leviathans and blew up Avengers headquarters. She's flown through a massive explosion caused by those gigantic missiles. And Captain Marvel has taken a headbutt from Thanos, didn't even flinch. She literally didn't even move. However, Carol was sent flying backwards and taken out of the fight with a blast from the Power Stone, while Thor and even Iron Man took prolonged blast from the stone and didn't go down. So that's definitely a knock against her. She's flown faster than the speed of light while helping Talos locate a new planet for the Skrulls. And then when the Avengers went to confront Thanos on Titan, Carol was able to perform a recon of the planet in just a few seconds. Although it's just as likely that the Avengers had already singled out Thanos' spot on the planet, and Carol just scouted out a small area, as opposed to her flying all over the planet in a few seconds. However, it's not a race, it's a fight. And a fight's real different when it comes to speed. Carol has never shown remarkable speed while fighting, as Thanos is nowhere near as fast as Captain Marvel, yet he was still able to easily trade blows with her. And when it comes to skill, ability, well, I think we get so wrapped up in our physical power that we kind of overlook the fact that she's a real skilled fighter too. She sparred and trained with young Rugg, able to plow through Skrull warriors, single-handedly beating 9 of them while she was still handcuffed. Then Carol was able to fight and hold her own against Thanos. And Thanos is a warlord with centuries of experience. Some of the greatest skills in the whole MCU, being skilled enough to fight against the Avengers all at once. Then her photon blast, well, she sent people flying backwards. Literally flying. And she's blown apart spaceships. But in her fight with Thanos, well, I think the best you can say is that she dazed him with those blasts. And then there's Scarlet Witch. And just starting out, just looking at her telekinesis, the stuff she's doing is kinda insane. Starting out, there are just two people in the MCU who ripped apart vibranium: Thanos and Scarlet Witch. She's held up a falling air traffic control tower, casually thrown rubble, large pieces of debris at Thanos, and she was even able to block a downward strike from Thanos and his sword. A strike where Thanos was absolutely putting all of his weight and power behind it. Remember, it was this same kind of strike that was powerful enough to break apart Captain America's shield. Yet Wanda was able to hold it back, even hold it back with just one hand. She's managed to hold and push back against a Leviathan, which is something that Hulk had to exert a considerable amount of effort to do. She's managed to stop an oncoming wave of Threshers, hold them up in the air, then send them crashing to the ground. And even lift Thanos up into the air and squeeze down on top of him, forcing him to order an airstrike at the expense of his own troops just to be able to escape her. And that's just one of her powers. She can also fire out powerful energy blasts, one-shotting Ultron bots, one-shotting members of Thanos' army, blast Thanos' sword out of his arms and crack the sword, stagger Thanos with energy blast. According to Vision, she was the only one capable of breaking the Mind Stone. And the thing is, he was kind of right. She did manage to destroy the Mind Stone, and did it while simultaneously holding back Thanos with another one of her blasts. She's able to create energy barriers, which is the only thing that saved her from a massive cannons from Thanos' ship. Wanda's even a powerful telepath. Even though we haven't really seen it since Age of Ultron, she did manage to take out every Avenger, but Hawkeye and Iron Man, by playing mind games with them. So that's not nothing. Only catch is, Scarlet Witch really doesn't have that great a durability. She might arguably be the most powerful hero in the MCU, but she's just as durable as a normal human. So she's really the most powerful glass cannon in the MCU. Hawkeye put her down with a taser to the head. War Machine put her down with a sonic cannon. Thanos knocked her out with a backhanded slap. Carol can probably knock out Wanda just as easily as Thanos did. And yeah, not gonna lie, that's a pretty big problem if Scarlet Witch wants to win this fight. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. All of this, everything I'm saying doesn't really matter. Just my opinion who wins. And it's not my opinion that matters, it's Kevin Feige's opinion that matters. Basically, he is the MCU. When he speaks, when he breathes, it becomes canon. And according to him, as of right now, Captain Marvel is no longer the most powerful hero in the MCU. Scarlet Witch is. Post Endgame, Scarlet Witch is the strongest hero in the MCU. And that really makes me think that she takes this one and wins the fight. Because based on their showings against Thanos, where Captain Marvel was holding her own, overpowering him, but was ultimately beaten, while Scarlet Witch had him utterly helpless. And based on the fact that Kevin Feige, of all people, believes that Scarlet Witch is more powerful, and that Scarlet Witch would win, I'm gonna take Scarlet Witch. Wanda is coming out on top here. Scarlet Witch wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure that like button, subscribe button, and turn notifications, join the FanCo army, and I will see y'all next time.